What's going on, YouTube? It's me, Busy Bee. Today we got something a little bit new going on. Got a few things. I'm going to show you what I did back behind the sleeper here. I'm in the Pete again. I'm back at work. We got to keep work. So I'll be working for at least the next 4 months and working towards a goal. I'm hoping by my birthday, it is April 1st is my birthday, to be able to get the Mustang up and going and driving, to get the brakes fixed, get the shocks replaced, and get new tires and wheels. I have confidence in my wife that she will make sure everything gets done while I'm gone. That is the ultimate goal for me, to get that up and going, and then I'll be home maybe for a week, just enjoying the Mustang and spending some time with family while I can, and then coming back out, working even harder, and working towards getting the 750 Suzuki up and going. I got reamed. I got some bad vibes for someone in Greencastle, Indiana. You know who you are. So yeah, I wouldn't take a tricycle to him anymore. So took my money and thing never ran right. I'm not happy about it. But let's get into the video. Let's get into what we're about right now. And I showed you guys previous videos. My floor's a little dirty because I'm in Florida right now, just because of all the sand and everything. But I had showed you a little bit of the dash. I showed you a little bit of the parts. But what I didn't show you was the complete package. Okay, so let's get into the video. Okay, let's show you what I've done. All right, some of you probably hadn't seen this video or anything, but we're going to show you what we done while we were on Christmas vacation, and I was still working. I was working on this, and some people says, well, that sucks. Well, it's improving things as I go. So in between spending time with family, in between, you know, doing stuff with the wife, in between doing everything else for everybody in my family, I took time when I had a minute, slowly working on things, and it took some time. So let's get right into it. So this is the whole new dash, guys. It's daylight. I really wanted to show you a good view. This is how everything looks, nice and clean. I showed a previous video of this, but I didn't really give a good view. I mean, I did somewhat, but what I didn't show you is something new. Those who watched my previous videos know that I don't have a bottom part of my dash. Well, look here. Look at this. This is that piece I scored from the junkyard. This right here is now solid. It's not gonna come apart anymore and cause me any more issues. I love it. It looks great. And then you got your bottom piece of the column, and basically the old one, those who want to take this apart and put one on their truck, you got to pull this off. The rubber piece comes off, it's like a boot, and then you got to take all the stuff on the inside off, on the inside of this, on the old one. And that's what I changed on here. So I got this and this. Now I know they make a chrome piece right here. That'll come later. But this was busted up a little bit on mine. So I replaced it with this. I got it at the junkyard for $5, believe it or not. And then I got this for about the same price. Then I told you the bottom half of my floorboard was busted up. Now look. Check it out. I have the piece that goes from here. From here on down and across. Now I had this. This covers up this half of the foot pedals and everything. So I have no wires under my feet. That's awesome. And this plate piece is not broke. The main problems you have is like right in here where the creases are. They have a tendency of cracking. When people taking all this apart over the years, this part has been taken apart quite a bit in its lifetime. I know it has. So therefore, you know, it needed some love, and people kicking it when they're driving, you know, or pushing on it with their feet and all that, and it cracked. So this truck has seen a lot of truck drivers in its career. I was one of them until I bought the thing, and I'm probably going to be the last driver this truck ever sees for a very, very long time. And I told the wife, if something ever happens, give it to somebody that would appreciate it and love it as much as I do. So, but yeah, check this out, guys. I know I got some sun blinding on the camera, and I'm sorry about it, but it looks like gold from one view, and it looks orange from the other. Ain't that sick? Yeah. So, that's one of the things I did when I was on vacation. Now, hear that now? That's the generator going. So we're going to go around the other side because it's a little easier for me to shut the thing off. And kind of give you... Pete's really dirty. I need to wash it. But it's been raining and stuff up north, so I'm not going to get it caught yet. So here it is. The generator. It is running. No shit, Sherlock, right? Ford generator. I mounted it a certain way, and I'll explain why here in a minute. But we'll reach over here and shut her off. Alright. It is built Ford tough. This thing's been running quite a bit past couple days. I'm using it quite a bit. Now, I know that, you know, I might have to put a strap on this later. It doesn't really have anything in it, so it's not a big deal right now. I have a tarp in the toolbox. This is an addition to the truck right here. I had this when I was flatbedding a few years back, and I decided to put this on the Pete because it's going to be helpful. And I got a fuel cell I think about buying and putting inside the toolbox. And then it's going to be fed to the generator here. So this is what we got. This is our setup. And I was trying to do a video when I was home, but too many people kept interrupting me while doing the video. Why not, right? Let's go ahead and do an interruption of the video. I just hope nobody calls me in the middle of this one because I've got to turn the daggum do not disturb on. But there you go, guys. And I'll kind of give you a little gander all the way around, and then I'll explain a little more of what I've done. So, give you a back view of what we got. As you can see, you know, not a bad deal of what I set it up. And this is the Amazon one, man. This is the Amazon Ford generator. I mean, you know, now when I looked at this, when I set this up on the catwalk, I said I gotta cut down vibration. And also, where's the exhaust at? And can it get pretty hot? Now that's a little toasty, okay? So my concern was anything being up against this, it's gonna get toasty. Now I had that off of there earlier and it moved a little bit. But I said, I gotta make sure this isn't gonna be touching back here. And that's the thing you gotta think about. When you put something like this on here, you gotta think about, you know, is it gonna singe these hoses? Okay, these wires for the trailer. Okay, and you know, everything is in its own place where it needs to be, and I don't have to worry about anything up here being in the way for the hoses for the truck. And of course I got my hanger up above, of course, but you know, see, it does say hot, do not touch. No shit. So what I did was, and I'll show you a little bit more, I took a mud flap that I found in the back of a junkyard a while back. I knew I was going to use it for something one day, and I use these for quite a few things. So thank you, Swift drivers, that left the mud flap in the back of the truck stop because you tore it off. I bonused this, and I'm using this to keep the vibrations down on the generator, and also it's a placemat for it to make it look a little better, and also keeps the spray down from salt, calcium, and all that. And like I said, I am covering this up when I'm going through like areas of like salt and calcium and so on and so forth. And then I took hose right here. I took some hose that I had from the truck from a previous repair I had some left over that was it's old hose, so it's not a big deal. I took it and cut it, and then I put U-bolts through it. Okay, and I got U-bolts underneath here and on all four sides of the generator all the way around. But I'll show you how I got everything underneath. It's not the greatest, you know, but it does the job. You know, the U-bolts only cost me probably about $4 a piece. So, and this is from a local hardware store around the home. And see, I wasn't joking. A Wabash trailer mud flap. So I did this to help with that spray, man. And then of course I got a hole in the bottom of the floor of the Pete, and I ran it through the hole where the inverter was. So the inverter's still hooked to the truck. That's what keeps my refrigerator going. And of course you got your hookup, your switches, and all that good stuff. But you know, it's pretty basic. It's easy to start. You know, you got your choke here on this side. You got your fuel, which I need to shut off just for safety's sake. And then also you got, it's a pull start. So this is not a push button or anything. I wanted a push button, but they're a little bit more pricey. And basically, I was looking for something to do the job. So let's go underneath here, the underside. Ah, come on. Alright, so we're going to the underside of the Pete, and if you look right here, see I got a U-bolt there, and then I got one further up there. Now I had to drill at least one hole for the U-bolt, okay, so, see, and then I actually had to cut the ends of the U-bolts to slip the catwalk forward is what I had to do. And of course you got your normal mounts for your catwalk, and they're right here. And then I had to take a pair of vice grips to hold the underside to get the bolt loose. And they weren't affixed, so I had to clamp with the vice grips and make them loose. And then the catwalk was originally sitting right here and here. And then I took it and I slid it all the way forward up here. And then I was able to put the toolbox right here. And I mean, it's a junker box, but you know what? It does the job for what I need it for, and I have plans for this. This is going to be my fuel cell eventually, but what I'm doing is I'm putting a fuel cell inside the box. And let me show you what I got here, okay? Let's get the idea of what Busy Bee has done and what he's doing to improve fuel consumption on diesel. So, all right. So as you can see, I got my tarp in here, but it's a pretty good size, deep thing here. And I got some fifth wheel grease. Ugh, I hate that. So, but you know, you get the gist. You know what I'm saying? You got the gist of what I could do here. I could find one big enough to fit in here, hopefully. And then all we got to do is open it up, put some gasoline in here, shut the lid, and nobody knows it's a fuel cell. They just think it's a toolbox. So I don't have to carry around a freaking gas can and deal with that all the time. Whereas I can simply just turn a fuel valve on and off she goes. And this is not DOT safe, guys. Okay, this is just for me to sit here in the yard right now because it was windy earlier today, and Florida does get pretty windy. And that's what we got going on, y'all. This is in the making. So far the generator has done really well. I ran 10 hours the other night, and I burned a half a tank, believe it or not, on the generator. And this is rough. This is a 4-gallon tank on the generator. If you don't believe me, look, 4 gallon is what it says. Okay. And I ran for a little bit recently, you know, because after about an hour or so after I ran that, I turned around and I shut it off. Got here in Florida, it started getting a little chilly last night, and I said, all right, I'll go ahead and fire the generator up instead of firing the Peterbilt up, because I don't want to spend any more on diesel than when I have to. Gas is half the cost of diesel right now. I can get it some places for at least $1.99 to $2 a gallon, according where I go. I did put high octane in this, so it's just a little bit more, but I'm thinking about going with a lower octane because I smell it's burning just a little bit rich, or it just needs a little bit tweaking on the carbs maybe. I don't know. But, you know, I'm not that savvy when it comes to gasoline engines on some stuff. Give me a car, you know, I can an older car, I can work on it just fine. But this is a little more than what I'm used to. And I can work on a Ford, yes, but this is a different Ford. So it's a little new to me. But the generator the generator burned within a 10-hour period a half a tank. That is phenomenal compared to this big red thing. It burns more. So I'm pretty well pleased. And then last night I started at about 11 p.m. and it shut off about 6 a.m. It ran out at 6 a.m. and I knew when it was going to shut off. You could hear it plain as Jane. It woke me up. I was like, oh, she's running out of gas. And then bleh. I'm like, okay, cool. So burned all the gas that was in it. And then a little bit ago I fired it back up because it was getting chilly, and get the chill out of the truck. And now I get the sun beating on the truck, and then now it's just a little bit warm. And I got a t-shirt on. It's chilly out here, you know, but you stand in the sun, you're gonna get warm. But all in all, I mean, it's not a bad gig. I mean, 4 gallons for 10 hours. You couldn't even get 4 gallons. I mean, 4 gallons is like, you know, you get 4 miles to a gallon. That's like extra. You do that, do the math. Okay, you got 10 hours, okay, of no idle. And let's say if you're driving down the road, per se, I just saved myself a few dollars, you know, just by running that little generator. This thing's been awesome so far. I'm just curious what the fuel savings is going to be on the diesel, and I'm curious of how much I will spend exactly in fuel all around with the generator. So I said, okay, 10 hours is half a tank, and probably another, you know, 10 to 8 hours or whatever on another half a tank. That's not bad. Really, it's not bad at all. So, yeah, I'm impressed. And I'm going to get up in the peat, man, because I need to sit down. So, you guys could check it out, the generator itself, and learn more about it. Just type in Ford generator on Amazon. That's the generator I got. Now, Amazon is not supporting me or anything like that. I actually paid this with my hard-earned money just to help improve my fuel economy, because I know that, you know, it's harder on a truck to sit idle all the time. I know that it's going to save me money in the long run, and it's going to cut down costs of wear and tear on my motor. And I just think it's the bomb diggity that I got a generator on my truck now. And how I'm heating the truck right now is I got a little bitty space heater back there, as you can see, and that's what I'm using right now. It's a ceramic heater. That is working just fine. But if you're just firing the generator up and the truck's sitting for a while, it's not going to get as warm as quick. But, oh wow. I'll have to show you that here in a minute, y'all. What? I need help? That is freaky. So, I'll show you here in a minute. You know how they write things in the sky in Florida? Well, someone did. Looks like. I can't make out what it says quite yet, but it's pretty cool. Things happen when you're doing a video. That's just whack. Here, I'll just show you. I don't know if you can see the sky or not. But let's see if I can zoom in. There you go. There you go. See what it says? Yeah. It's kind of funny. Someone wrote into the sky. I haven't seen that in a while. But anyway, that's what we got going on. Generators on the truck. See that? Got a yard mule here. He's making a bunch of racket. He's got an empty. I wish I knew if I needed an empty tomorrow. But I got a shock messed up on the truck right now, and I gotta wait for parts store to open for me, because around here they just got gas shocks for what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna wait for like Truck Pro or something like that open to see what they have. If not, I'll have to go to like Kenworth or Peterbilt to go get the shock. So I've been meaning to change the shocks for a while. I just didn't want to do it this way, but I'm just going to go ahead and change them all. Screw it, get it done, you know, on the drives. And then also I got to change a tire. I saw something funky going on with that, and we might do a video on that. We'll see how things go tomorrow. And then that's that, guys. So just remember, give this video a like, or a thumbs up, I should say, if you like this video. Hopefully it was helpful and just showing you what's going on in my life, you know. I mean, hey, I just do little intros once in a while and say, hey, this is improved, this is improved. It's exciting for me, considering where I know this truck came from and where it is now. And that's why I'm showing these things to you. Some people say, big deal, big deal. Well, it's a big deal to me because it's important. You know, and there is some haters out there. You know who you are. And you know what I say about the haters? That's how I feel about the haters with the big fat finger. And I'm not going to flip a bunch of people off on YouTube, but you know, that's how I feel about it. I just feel as if you're hating, you're jealous. And that's what you're jealous of, because somebody's doing better than you. And like I always say, all things are possible. Yes, anything is possible with God. And that's how I feel about him, man. I mean, I ask God every day to protect me, look over my family, and help me be successful in this business. And the thing I say about this truck is, not everybody knows, I dedicated this to him. And I'm trying to make it the most beautiful truck anybody's ever seen, because this is his truck. I don't claim this is mine. Yeah, it's mine to drive and enjoy. Anything I have is mine to enjoy, but he provided that for me. And those who are not a person that knows of God, you know, they wouldn't understand. So yeah, I just said middle finger, so on and so forth. You know, that's just me being me, man. I mean, I'm happy with my life. There is times it's very stressful, and yes, there is times that I get frustrated. I mean, I'm human. It's going to happen. And some days it sucks. Like right now, I'm sitting still because I had to fix a shock because the bushing rotted out of it. I didn't even know the bushing was bad. So there you go, okay? So that's my life of, like, you know, you bust your butt. You pray to God that everything works out okay, and you keep going, man. That's just part of it. You just pick your scabs and clean your wounds, or whatever you want to call it, and just keep going. That's life. So you can hate all you want, but in reality, I'll see you one day, and you will have to face the Almighty, and you're going to ask, well, why'd you hate on Busy Bee? I don't know. He was a good guy. I am a very good guy. I'm not a violent person. I never have been. But, you know, if you do me wrong, I will not ever forget you. You know, I'll forgive you, but I won't forget you. So, that's that. Y'all have a great, wonderful day. Give it a thumbs up. And remember to subscribe for more. And this concludes this video. And we'll probably find some other stuff to do here soon. And I'm not too far from the chrome shop. You know how I like my chrome. But I can't really buy any chrome right now until things pick up. I think he's writing more letters up there in the sky. We'll see. It looks like something going on up there. That's cool. I ain't seen that in a while. But y'all be safe out there, my friends. And all things are possible once again. And, and we have another video coming here soon. It's going to be a little while, but we're waiting. I got some new stuff to put on the peat on the outside to sprucing up the look, and it is shiny. And you've seen this, the volcano orange. It's going to show a little more on the rig, and we'll keep you on the edge of that. Yep. Hey, there you go. Yep. Wait. I'll show you guys real quick. He's actually doing this in the sky right now. So let me get the horizon here. See, he's actually writing an S. See? He's riding a full S up there. He's actually riding up here, man. Ain't that cool? So, we'll talk to y'all later. This is pretty cool, man. I ain't seen this in a while. You know, but y'all be safe out there. You know, and, peace! Oh, you're gone out of there later. That's pretty cool. Bye.